There's a lot of jealousy and a lot of hate in the sport of boxing. I want to see all the young fighters, no matter what your color is. I want to see you do good. I want to see you do great. I want to continue to see great fights.
Obviously, just to secure the win is doing just enough to get a draw. So I have to push harder.
Besides the Roach fight, I knew it would be a good fight because we know Roach is a good fighter.
I want to see all the young fighters, regardless of their color, succeed. I want to see you do well. I want to see you do great. I want to see more great music fights. Of course, the only way to secure the win is to do just enough to get a draw. So I have to push harder to criticize the Roach fight. We know Roach is a good fighter, so I knew it would be a good fight. Lamont Roach may have an advantage because he has prior experience fighting Davis. And Floyd Mayweather is rumored to have been training him before his rematch with Davis. Mayweather's advice might enable Roach to take advantage of Tank's flaws, delivering a clear message that Davis won't have an easy time this time. From the start of his boxing career, Lamont Roach has been an exceptional boxer with a remarkable amateur history. He established a solid foundation for a professional career. Roach's technical skills, discipline, and work ethic have always made him stand out, making him a dangerous opponent for anyone in the lightweight division. Interestingly, he had a history with Gervonta dating back to when he was just 16 years old. This early exposure helped shape Roach into the fighter he is today, giving him an understanding of what it takes to compete at the highest level. Now that he is a lightweight champion, Roach is becoming more well-known, especially after his fight with Tank Davis, as many fans and analysts have begun to pay closer attention to his skills and potential. His ability to fight Davis has earned him respect. And
who really is Lamont Roach, bro? And what was his early life like? He was born in Washington, D.C., but he was raised in Upper Marlboro, a city in Maryland. Lamont Roach didn't touch his first bag until he was 9 years old, bro, when his dad took him to the No Excuse Boxing Club. And this is where he learned the basics of the sport and ultimately gained his love for boxing. These two right here are Lamont Roach's parents. This is Lamont Roach Sr., who still trains Lamont Roach today. And this is Lamont Roach's mother here, Tia Roach, and ultimately the reason why Tank let Lamont make it to the end of the fight. But anyway, back to the story. Lamont Roach has two siblings. He has a younger brother, Jordan Roach, who also boxes, by the way. Here's Jordan's box trick right here. And this young lady right here is his sister, Taylor Roach. Bro, by the time Lamont got to middle school, bro, he was training very seriously, man. He was training upwards of 5 times a week, bro. He was taking it very seriously. Lamont was a 2-time National Golden Gloves champ for juniors, National PAL champ, and 5-time ringside world champ, bro. This man was going crazy, man. And this is the footage right here from 2010 when him and Gervonta Davis actually fought, bro. Gervonta got gold and Roach got silver. They were both ranked number 1 and 2 nationally, bro. So Roach is a hell of a contender, man. Roach had a very impressive amateur record, man, boasting 125 wins and 15 losses. 2 of those losses coming by Tank, man. Also, when him and Tank fought, Roach was 15 and Tank was 16 at the time. 3 years later, 2013, Roach actually won his National Golden Gloves Championship. And he was also USA Boxing Youth National Champ as well. And 1 year later, before his pro debut, he was signed a Golden Boy, man, becoming part of Oscar's team. So in 2014 at 18 years old, Lamont will make his pro debut, where he got a unanimous decision. And it was over Victor Galindo. And he was in school, man, for actually mechanical engineering, following in his father's footsteps, just in case boxing didn't work out. And bro, he was a terror in the pros, man. He was undefeated until 2019, where he suffered his first loss to Jamel Herring. But that's okay, man. He was there to be great. He was going for the WBO super featherweight belt. For the next couple of years, bro actually had to do a lot of reflecting, man. That first loss is always the worst one. So he did that. After dusting himself off and getting his mind together, bro, he went ahead and captured his own title, man, in 2023 over Hector Luis Garcia, making him the WBA super featherweight champ. And as we all know, man, he just fought Tank this past weekend. It would end in a draw. It was a good fight, honestly. I can't even be mad at it. And bro, who knows what's next for Roach? Hopefully we get that rematch. Hey, if you made it this far, I appreciate you watching the video. Leave a comment down below, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
People now view him as a serious contender, and Roach is determined to prove that he belongs among the best. He has a chance to further establish himself as a top fighter in his rematch with Davis. Who is Lamont Roach, bro? What was his early life like? Raised in Upper Marlboro, Maryland, While born in Washington, D.C., Lamont Roach didn't handle his first bag until he was 9 years old, bro. His father led him to the No Excuse Boxing Club, where he picked up the fundamentals of sport and eventually developed a passion for boxing. Lamont Roach's parents are this. Lamont Roach's mother is here, and Lamont Roach's father is still training Lamont Roach now. T.I. Roach, which is ultimately the reason why Tank allowed L to finish the fight, has 2 siblings. His younger brother, Jordan Roach, is also a boxer, and this young woman is his sister, Taylor Roach. By the time Lamont reached middle school, he was training assiduously, training up to 5 times a week. He was a 5-time ringside world champion, a 2-time national Golden Gloves champion for juniors, and this is a footage from 2010 when he and Gervonta Davis actually fought. Roach won gold, and Davis placed first and second nationally. So Roach is a formidable contender. Roach had a very impressive amateur record man, boasting 125 wins, and 15 losses, 2 of those losses coming by a Tank man, also when him and Tank...
Hey, yo, we gonna be checking for any suspicious opponents on Lamont Roach record. He's 25-1 with 10 big wins coming by the way of knockout, my people. He's in the super featherweight division. He's ranked number 14 in the world and number 3 in the USA, my people. He has a WBA title right now in the super featherweight division. He's fighting Gervonta Davis in December, but you know we gotta check how he even got there and how he started his career. His pro debut, he went against Victor. He was 1-3. That's fine. It's your pro debut. First fight as a professional. You feel me? I ain't gonna get at you. Next person was 1-6. Alright, I mean, we ain't do better, but it's your second fight. Like, 4th person was 0-1. That was a little sussy because he ended up 0-10. He never won a day in his life. So he never got his hand raised in a boxing match. You feel me? And then the next person, he stepped it up, though. He went to undefeated. It's only 2 fights, but he was 2-0. Then 12-9, that's a journeyman. I'm not gonna lie. 4-2, 3-4, these are looking good. 8-5. That's a journeyman in the making. He got a winning record.
Fought Roach is 15, and Tank was 16 at the time. 3 years later, 2013, Roach actually won his National Golden Glove Championship. And he was also a USA Boxing Youth National Champ as well. And 1 year later, before his pro debut, he was signed. A Golden Boy man becoming part of Oscar's team. So in 2014, to 18 years old, Lamont will make his pro debut where he got a unanimous decision, and it was over Victor Galendo, and he was in school, man, for actual mechanical engineering, following his father's footsteps, just in case boxing didn't work out. And bro, he was a terror in the pros, man. He was undefeated.
So you think you dominate Tank?
I think I dominate any of them. If you really look at it, if you gotta really tap in on this, look at the resume, all that extra, whatever. There's a certain limit that you hit, right? But then there's that next criteria or that next top tier. And if you don't match that, you know, you never gonna know how great you really are. And I've done that a few amount of times already. I jumped out that box and done that. So I have yet to see Gervonta come out of that box yet. You know what I'm saying? They're about to put him with a guy at 130 pounds. Whether he's a champion or not, you're getting a guy lighter than you to come up and weight to make you look good again. You know what I'm saying?
Until 2019, where he suffered his first loss to M. Harry. But that's okay, man. He was there to be great. He was going for the WBO super featherweight belt over. The next couple of years, bro, actually had to do a lot of reflecting, man. That first loss is always the worst one, so he did that after dusting himself off and get his mind together, bro. He went ahead and captured his own title, man, in 2023 over Hector Luis Garcia, making him in the WBA super featherweight champ. And as we all know, man, he just fought Tank this past weekend, and what ended in a draw, it was a good fight, honestly. I can't even be mad at it. And bro, who knows what's next for Roach, hopefully we get that rematch. Hey, if you watched the entire video, thank you. Please leave a remark below, and I'll see you in the next one. Tranquility Lamont Roach's career is full of tough opponents, all of whom have helped him grow as a fighter. He has never shied away from difficult bouts, always looking to prove himself against top-tier talent. His ability to adapt and overcome difficult opponents has been one of his strongest attributes.
I don't know Lamont Roach, but, you know, when you're looking at Shakur Stevenson, when you're looking at, you know, these other fighters that he should really be fighting, you know, he don't want to do them fights. He wants to retire.
Yeah.
So don't come and but don't come at me and go, oh yeah, let's give it all, you know, very big bollocks, and go, oh yeah, let's give him some stick, and then make out like we want the fight, and then we send an offer over, and then you fight for 15 million, and yet you fight Lamont Roach. Don't do all that. Do you know what I mean?
It was a real offer. That was true then.
It was a real offer. We offered. I said, listen, you keep talking shit. My promoter's going to get back to you in in 48 hours. 50 minutes, initial offer sent over. You know, but was it Unquell didn't let him out to play? His boss didn't let him out. That's it. So he wants to talk about, 50 million. First offer. First offer.
There was room to negotiate.
Of course there was. But he's an idiot. I don't even know if he knows what negotiating means.
Making him a dangerous fighter for anyone in his weight class. Roach has steadily climbed the boxing ranks, establishing himself as a formidable force in the lightweight division as the current WBA champion. His accomplishments have placed him third in the USA and 14th in the world rankings, demonstrating his ability to compete at the highest level. With his impressive record and unwavering determination to succeed, Roach is more motivated than ever. He knows that every fight is an opportunity to build his legacy, and he is willing to give his all in the ring. Fans and analysts are starting to recognize his potential, and a victory over Davis would further establish him as a dominant force in the lightweight division. Gaining the WBA lightweight title was a defining moment in his career that solidified his place among boxing's elite. But he is not content with simply holding the title. Hey, we're going to look into the Roach record to see if there are any unusual opponents. He's 25-1 with 10 major victories coming up. By the way, a knockout. My colleagues, he is ranked third in the USA and 14th in the world in the super featherweight division.
This year or in boxing, there's obviously been a hurdle. Will he get through the second fight, Gervonta?
Maybe not. I mean, I think he's had a result, to be honest with you, because one, he should have lost the fight. I mean, he should have had a point deducted. There's no doubt about that. But two, people criticise the Roach fight. I knew it would be a good fight because we know Roach is a good fighter, but people in boxing know that Roach is a good fighter. Now it's giving him another fight. Because if he would have beaten Roach, he's kind of backed in a corner to fight Shakur Stevenson, I think. But now he's got a rematch that's actually much bigger than the first fight. So, yeah, I think he'll be more switched on for this maybe, but Roach is a good fighter. It won't be easy.